Hi, I'm Peter Gibson and this is my son Jedd. Jedd's 21, he has Down syndrome, and from the age of 7 he was diagnosed to be on the autistic spectrum. Our first experience with the Kuringgai Chase was in 2014, where we all just came along and participated as a family. We didn't really know too much about it at that stage, but we knew that the funds raised were going back to Special Olympics and their participants, so we wanted to support them that way. When the event is coming up, we always talk to Jedd about the event, don't we? And the race bibs arrive in the mail and we make a big fuss about them. We sort of hang them up and point to them. I make some visual supports for him. I go through them with him on the day, and then I actually provide these visual supports to his buddies so that they can mark off the various stages of the event. Jedd then knows where he's up to and where the finish line is, and yeah, it really helps him to get to that finish line. And once he crosses that finish line, that look on his face is absolutely priceless. Jedd couldn't do it without the Knox Buddies. The support they provide to each and every athlete is just wonderful. Jedd's a really slow walker, so you know, in all the years that he's participated, I think especially at the beginning, he'd always come towards the end of the pack, but you know, it's about participation. And really only in the last 2 years he's improved his walking skills, and I think that's helped because he's had visual supports along the way. When Jedd arrives at the event, he gets super excited to meet his buddies, and so during the walk he likes to be one of the boys, show off a little bit. He's been known to do push-ups on one of the really steep hills and even sprint up a few hills. So he just likes hanging with the boys and being one of them. We always look at Jedd's health and well-being as a major focus, and so Jedd actually goes to the gym 2 mornings a week. He works out with a personal trainer just to keep working on his fitness, and especially for the walk. I mean, you know, it's 5 kilometres. Jedd being a slow walker, it's kind of a bit of an endurance for him, but it's good to be in the gym, training with the trainer and building up his fitness for the race.
The best thing I remember about last year's fun run was definitely how we were actually given a laminated piece of paper, and on the piece of paper Jedd's mum printed off a map, and we would, every time we hit a checkpoint, we would tick off one of the checkpoints, and it was really good to see how Jedd was, as we were slowly ticking more and more checkpoints, Jedd was definitely feeling happier and happier, how we were getting closer and closer to the end. Also, he actually beat his personal best by about half an hour, so we were definitely really happy to see him and his mum so happy that he could make it to the finish line in time to make it to the Wiggles concert that night. So we were all definitely happy that he did that, yeah.
Oh, so I've been a buddy for 1 year. Last year was my first time doing it. I love meeting the buddies and getting to know them, getting to know their vibrant personalities. And it's also great to let the parents have a bit of a rest. You know, they're taking care of this child for 24 hours of the day, and it's really nice to be able to give them a breather and also have a lot of fun with walking with the buddy. Something that I remember about being Jedd's buddy last year was that he absolutely loved the Wiggles, and he was actually going to a Wiggles concert later that day, and something that I remember was that we all started to sing a Wiggles song, and the smile on his face, it just made everyone really happy, and it was really nice to see how much of an impact you can make.
The key moment being Jedd's buddy was when I think motivating him to actually run and do the best he could. A lot of the time, walking for him was quite a task, and I think encouraging him with his afternoon or like a little treat was a fantastic experience, and it was real fun to encourage him and talk to him like a friend.
Well, Jedd's a really easygoing person, and if you left it up to him, he'd probably just put the headphones on, listen to his music or watch YouTube all day long. But in all seriousness, for Jedd, we'd like to think that he one day will be able to live outside of home in a supported environment, be able to get to his job or workplace, and be at a place where he's valued and supported and an important member of the team, to have good friends that he can go out and socialise with, and just be like everyone else.